Today we are talking in French because yeah, I don't speak French, but I'm learning in July. But today, Alexia, we are going to talk about French.
Yes.
Kind of.
Only words.
Yeah, so what we're really talking about are French words in English. So this is a really interesting thing. You know that a lot of English comes from French, right? To be exact, more or less 30% of the English language has its origins in French.
Yes. But I mean the words, right? Not the way that you make a phrase.
No, I'm just talking about vocabulary. Yeah, exactly. So a pretty difficult thing for a lot of my students and just people in general is when we have French words that have, French pronunciations in English, we don't use the French pronunciations. We invent these crazy American pronunciations. So today we're going to talk about those, okay?
Yeah. And I used to speak French. I know a little bit, so I'm gonna try to help Foster here with the correct pronunciation.
Yeah. No judging here. It's a safe space. Okay, so what I wanted to start is with words that end in e.
Com acento agudo.
Yeah, for example, café, right? How would you say that word just normally?
Café.
Yeah, that's how most of my students say. So I was going to get coffee in a café. If you say café, Americans probably will not understand you. So with all of these things with acento agudo at the end, we say a. Just like eu dei alguma coisa para alguém. Yeah. So, for example, café, we say café.
But I have a question.
Okay.
Café, wouldn't you say like a coffee shop?
Yeah, you could. Or a cafe. Same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So repeat with me, Alexia. Café.
Café.
Touché.
Touché.
Do you know what that
really
means?
Hard. Uh-huh.
Touché is like, well done, my friend. You got me. Risque.
Risque.
Risque is like, ooh, her dress is kind of risque, like a little scandalous.
You know that there is nail polish in Brazil that it's called risque.
There's a what? Oh, a nail polish. Oh. Huh. Okay, do you know how we call your curriculum?
Resume.
Yeah, but with the American English
resume.
We say resume. Yeah, like, can I get a copy of your resume, please? Okay. What do you call the person before they get married?
Fiancé.
Yeah, so try to say that in English.
Fiancé.
Yeah, so I would say my fiancé and I are traveling or something. Yeah, fiancé. Just like Beyonce. Just thought of that right now. I'm a genius.
You are so smart.
And also exposé.
Exposé.
Yeah, like an exposition or something is exposed. General rule is when you want to say and when you see a French word in English and you want to say like café, just put that a sound at the end and it makes you sound a lot more natural.
How do you say abajur?
Lamp. Was that not the word you were looking for?
Abajur é a lamp, só que a gente chama de abajur em português. Meu abajur. Só que é francês.
Yeah, sometimes I think
abajur.
English is so ugly. It's like abajur. Lamp. So stupid. Okay. So another place where we see a lot of French words is with food, obviously, because the French culinary tradition is very strong. So let's talk about some food words, okay?
Okay.
First word. What is the thing that... I can't even describe this. In English, we say omelette.
Omelette.
Yeah. So how do you say that in Portuguese?
Omelette.
Omelette. How do you say it in French?
I think that it's omelette.
Yeah. So we say omelette.
Omelette.
Yeah.
So, nosy.
Nosy? Nasally. If someone is nosy, do you know what that means?
É, tipo, Mas se diz,
No.
mas peraí, eles nem sabem o que eu tô fazendo, nariz em pé.
Yeah, but nosy is really that someone is always
Enxerido,
they're
querendo
always in your
saber.
business. They always want to know everything about what's happening, a lot of gossip.
Nosy é enxerido.
It's like, stop being so nosy.
Yeah.
Yeah, mind your own business. Okay, so we have omelet, which is the ah sound, and then just lit. The next word, this is one that Alexia loves.
It's horrible in English.
How do you say this in Portuguese or French? Or how do you normally say it?
Portuguese, of course. Crepe.
Crepe. Okay, and in French?
Crepe.
And in English?
Crap.
So you just say crap, which is like
I
a
know.
kind of nice word for shit. So we say crate.
Crepe.
Again.
Isso é muito, muito difícil. Se alguém fosse falar, com certeza ia falar crepe.
So again, when in doubt, when you see French words, you probably are going to add that A sound. Crepe.
Crepe.
Yeah,
Grape, crepe.
exactly. Great job. Bon appetit.
A gente em português fala bom apetite.
Yeah, that one's not too different. Bon
And
appetit.
in French, bon appétit.
Perfect. Great. We also have the word hors d'oeuvres. So imagine the word order, like mandato, and then with the VS at the end. Hors d'oeuvres.
This means little snacks before dinner, right?
Yeah. Or normally at like a formal or fancy party, like
That you eat everything
for a
with
wedding
your
or something.
fingers.
They say like, hey, we will not have dinner, but we will have hors d'oeuvres, which means there's a lot of like finger foods. There's food to eat. There's just food on tables and you can take it if you want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot how we say this in Portuguese, but I think that people understood it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Cool. Another good one, a la carte. So American. A la carte.
Português à la carte.
Yeah. Do you know what that means?
Sim.
What does it mean?
É quando você tem os pratos feitos, tipo, você escolhe no cardápio direto.
Yeah. So you can...
Não é, tipo, quilo self-service. É à la carte. É direto do menu.
Yeah, but normally the way I think about it, I don't know why you're still speaking in Portuguese, but normally it's like you can order like a piece of fish a la carte, which is like they have menus, they have all these things you can have, or you can get kind of a special thing for you.
I think when it is in the menu.
Yeah, it's really not a phrase I use that often.
Yeah.
Speaking of menu, I hear a lot of my students have difficulties with this. So a lot of people want to say like menu or something like that.
Menu.
Yeah. In English, we say menu. So just like man, more than one, man, men, menu. Like me and you, menu.
Menu.
No. Just
Menu.
say, perfect. Menu.
Menu.
Like, hey, can I get 2 menus, please?
Menu.
Perfect. Excellent. And the final thing I wanted to talk about French is we have a lot of words that begin with the letters E-N, and they always make the sound on. So continuing with food, we have the word entree. Perfect example because you have the on in the beginning and the A at the end. So entree, that's the main dish, the main plate, right?
Entree. Entree.
How do you say that in Portuguese?
Entrada.
Prato principal.
Prato principal.
And in French?
Entree.
Okay. We also have encore.
Encore.
Do you know what encore is?
I know, but I don't know how to say in Portuguese.
We talked about this in the
I know.
episode on episode 89. Como falar sobre show in English. Encore is when a band or a music group plays one extra song.
El bicho.
Mais uma. El bicho. Exactly. We also have the word, all of my students suffer with this so much.
Entrepreneur.
On. All of these start with on. Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah, so you can say entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship.
Empreendedorismo. Yep.
Empreendedorismo.
Yeah, entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship.
Yeah, that's kind of a tongue twister. Yeah. And the last one I wanted to end on is really a crazy one. So we have this phrase in English, we say double entendre.
Double entendre.
Do you know what that means?
Oh, you just explained to me before we started. So.
Yeah, so this is kind of complicated, but a double entendre is a phrase that has two meanings, and one of the meanings is totally innocent, just a normal phrase, but it also has a second meaning that could mean something very like scandalous or sexual or I don't know.
Duplo sentido.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. Trying to think of something in French. How do you say you're welcome in French? Merci.
Merci é obrigada.
Oh, your welcome is?
De rien, de nada.
How do you say até amanhã?
Amor.
Bonjour, salut. Guys, we will talk to you tomorrow.
Au revoir, Foster.